Have you ever wanted to read a letter that was meant for someone else? Have you ever wanted to travel the world but didn't have the time or the money? If so, you are in the right place. Welcome to In My Voice, the podcast where we read letters and share travel stories about places by our guests. I am your host, Harry, and each week I'll guide you through these two different yet fascinating worlds. In the first segment, we'll read letters written to listeners like you about a variety of subjects, from heartwarming stories to heartbreaking experiences. These letters offer a unique perspective on the human experience. Some of them will make you laugh, while the others will bring a tear to your eye. But they all have one thing in common. They are written from the heart. In the second segment, we will embark on a journey to explore the world through travel stories. We'll visit exotic destinations, meet interesting people, and experience the joys and challenges of traveling. Whether you are a seasoned traveler or someone who's always dreamed of seeing the world, you will find something to inspire you in these stories. So, join me every week as we dive into these two fascinating worlds. In My Voice. I promise you won't be disappointed. Subscribe now and don't miss an episode. Hello, welcome back to In My Voice. I'm your host, Harry, and I'm super excited to be back to this episode of the In My Voice podcast. Today, I am introducing a very new segment to the In My Voice podcast called Okutambula Kulaba. For those who do not know Luganda, Okutambula Kulaba is a Luganda saying that goes Okutambula Kulaba, Okudda Konyomia. That simply means that traveling is seeing, and when we come back, we tell stories. So in this segment of the In My Voice podcast, we shall be telling stories from our guests. Every single time we'll be inviting people who have traveled to different places in and out of this country to share their stories about their journeys to these different places and share their lessons, share their experiences so that we can get the opportunity to virtually travel with them to these spaces. Today I have with me a very incredible person to share with us her story about the travels that she has been to. Please welcome with me Rashida, who is a very passionate traveler. Rashida is the CEO of Sheball Pages, a professional writing company that does amazing work. You want ghostwriting services, writing CVs, copywriting, anything writing. Rashida and Sheball Services are always there to serve you. Today she's not here to talk about how well she can write, but to share with us the different stories to the different places she has been to. Rashida has been to over 5 countries, so she has learned a lot of things and she says she is still traveling. But why should I be talking on her behalf when she's here? You are welcome to In My Voice, Rashida.
Thank you.
Rashida here, we've been talking and Rashida says she doesn't love listening to herself. And she has promised me that she will share this episode without listening, but I don't know what's going to happen. But I hope she actually does listen to herself after this and of course share with all of you. Rashida is a lover of traveling and she's also a good writer. She has been to over 5 countries. Oh my God. Anango,
No.
Yeah, Rashida is the CEO of Sheball Pages and she's paid to write. And I remember my most recent read was the story when you were in Ghana, Accra,
yes,
a
Ghana.
place to behold, sharing about experiences from adventures in Ghana. Now, before we delve into this section of you telling us the story, let's get some quick fire questions for you. Yeah?
Okay.
Are you ready for this? All right, let's go. Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Like mountains or beaches?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Which one would you pick in an instant if I said we are going either hiking or to the beach?
Beaches. I don't like hiking. It's too much work.
One must-have item in your travel bag.
I carry a lot of things in my bag. I'm a planner. I'm a planner. I carry everything. Okay, I guess my phone, because I need to take pictures and record videos, yes.
Okay, I'm going to get back to that part of pictures and videos because your Instagram has only 5 posts. 5 posts. Local cuisine or international flavors?
For my health, local cuisine, but for my taste bud, international.
Solo travel or travel with friends or family?
Friends and family.
Most memorable travel memory?
I think I went to go with a carried one. The one in Mombasa.
The Mombasa
Yeah,
one.
when we went for snorkeling.
One travel destination on your bucket list?
I keep updating that list. So I'm going to say what it says right now. Malta. I know Malta because someone was there and I was following the experience and it was really nice. So now it's up on the list.
Adventure seeker or relaxation enthusiast?
Adventure.
Best travel book or movie that inspired you?
I can't remember that.
You can't remember that?
I watch a lot of movies. I cannot even remember.
Lastly, one piece of advice for a fellow traveler?
Save money. I swear, let me tell you better. The first time I traveled, I was on a budget. So you reach you have a layover, and you're hungry. Remember, I was hungry. It was Ramadan. So you're hungry, and then time for fasting. You're on the plane. Of course, they're going to give you the flight. They're going to give you a few items. You're not satisfied. So you're on the layover, but because you're on a budget, you can't touch your money. So you are starving. And then you watch other people are buying, whatever they can. They have their dollars. So since then I learned I have to go prepared to have a better experience. Save that money, go when you're prepared financially. Yes.
So always prepare and save the money for your travels.
Yes.
All right, those were our quick fire questions. Now let's dive into the travels that you've had. Yeah. Let's start at the beginning of your journey. What ignited your love for travel and inspired you to, explore the world?
I don't think there was a single moment. I just kept, with the rotary projects. You travel, and then sooner or later I started finding it so much fun. Actually getting out of the city to explore, and then moving out of the country, realize this is something, and I love adventure. Okay. So it became something. As time went on, it has become like a hobby, something I look forward to. Now I actually save for my travels. It's not something that comes abruptly. So
now you actually can say you are an ardent traveler.
Yes, I am. I actually plan for it. It doesn't just come out. I actually plan
for it.
Yes.
What are you planning next now? Is it the Malta one or is it?
Malta, not yet. Malta maybe in a few years. The budget is.
I'm sure you're traveling to
Nigeria. Yes.
You are so predictable. I know.
No, I know because I have friends there now. I have many friends in Nigeria. I've never been there. So it's a good time for me to visit.
Okay. Take us to a virtual trip. Your first time traveling. Where was it? How did it feel? And what countries are these that you've traveled to?
I've traveled to East Africa from way back in high school. I can't remember those memories. Maybe I'm going to start with 2017 when I went for Umrah in Saudi Arabia. I wasn't really prepared. I think I was starting to get sick at that time. So I don't have so many memories about that trip. But it was different being out of the country. It was fun. And then the different cultures, it was really hot. Saudi Arabia is really hot. I wasn't used to that. And then, like I said, I wasn't prepared financially at that time. So I really want to go back and actually experience more. I feel like I didn't get that chance because it was my first time to actually travel out. Okay. Like on a flight. Not like a bus.
What inspired you to go to Saudi Arabia then?
My sister actually encouraged me. It wasn't even in my plans. She just told me you have to go. If you don't have money, I'm going to top up for you. And she did. So, because it didn't come from me, my whole heart wasn't really there to enjoy it. Yeah, it wasn't prepared. Yes, I wasn't really prepared. So, but it was a good one. I'm glad I went.
So what was the culture like? The stories about Saudi Arabia, strictness and all. How was it like?
No, you see, if you're Muslim, I enjoyed that place. That sense of unity that we don't have here. Like, if it's time for prayer, everyone is actually going for prayer. It's not just you. Like, everyone is switching off. So that kind of unity, everyone doing the same thing at the same time. It's like a whole family. I loved it, actually. And then, because it's Ramadan, there are those night prayers. You can move along the street at 4 a.m., 3 a.m. And you'll find so many other people going to do the same thing. So it's like one huge community of people. Everyone is dressed the same way. doing the same things. You're facing the same problems. Like, it's different being a Muslim. I feel like every Muslim should experience that.
Going to the
like in Uganda, because we have mixed religions here. Like, that side is pretty normal. Everything that you do here, you find their side it's actually nice. Yeah.
Okay. Did you feel like out of place for, like, you know, when you just got there, like, oh man,
no, I wasn't. I didn't feel out of place at all, apart from just the heat.
Yeah.
But everything else, people are greeting you. They're happy to see you.
What was different there? Like, that is not in Uganda?
It's different there. The food.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I don't know if Ugandans we are cursed. I don't know why we love chicken so much. Those guys will give you pieces of chicken, and for them it's not a big deal. So you come this side with your malo, you're like, when are you cocoa? Then you reach that side and you're buying like a plate of food like pilau chicken for 10,000, and they're going to give you like a tiny, malnourished piece of. They say they want even to give you a half, chicken. So you're like, I don't know. I think that's the one thing that really stood out. Like, I could not believe how generous those guys are.
Where with their food?
Yeah, with their food. The food is cheap. And then I think being Ramadan, you want to go hungry. There are people who are giving out free food everywhere.
Yeah.
So it really worked even if you're on a budget. Yeah. You're not going to sleep on an empty stomach. You have someone giving you, even if actually you already have enough, someone just come and give you like, take this. Yeah. So that was really nice.
Oh, it's actually an Arabic culture to give food. Yes. They love giving food. They love giving food.
Like, you just be walking along the street and someone is giving out a bag of items. Food. Like, what? Is this all mine? Like, you don't even have to spend your money. Yeah. Yeah, those guys are really generous.
So I think it's one of those countries you can go to and survive without worrying about what you're going to eat. Because it's somehow going to
it's going to work out. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was your first. What was the second place you went to? Second destination?
I think after that I went to Da. Yeah, we had the DCA.
DCA in Da.
In Da.
DCA, for those who do not know what that is a district conference. It's a Rotary event where Rotarians and Rotaractors get together. So you went to DCA. I'm sure that was planned.
Yes, that one was planned. Yes.
How was the experience going to Da for the first time? I know that is hot.
That is hot, yes. Yeah. I actually traveled solo. I refused to go by bus. That time, the journey was too long. Yeah. So flight, check-in, I was all alone, everything. So I was worried I don't get into the other side, like, who's waiting for us? Thank God there were other Rotarians on the same flight. Yeah. So that saved me. I managed to get to my hotel. Yeah? Yeah.
And how was the experience being in Da?
In Da, that was fun. It was really fun. I think everyone who was in Da knows it was really fun. Apart from the heat. Yeah. But because we stayed in the same hotel with other Rotaractors, in the same area. So we had shared experiences, living at the same time, going out at night, coming back. Yeah. It was just a few days, but it felt like a week.
Wow. What stood out for you in Da? Did you meet some natives? Because I remember the stories from Da. Most people had issues with the language. Some people got lost in the middle of the night and they couldn't get directions.
People ended up at the airport.
Yes, remember, those people don't speak English very well. They're not so much into English. They are Swahili speaking people. And then someone told me, man, I got stuck. And this guy, I got a border who can't speak English. I couldn't pronounce the name of the place that I was going to. And I had to tell him, police, and he took me to police, and that is how I got. Yeah. So for you,
language barrier, honestly, was really hard to keep. You had to keep with people. You would not be alone. I think that's the problem with East Africa. For some reason, we are next to each other. Yeah. But then the language barrier is real, especially for us Ugandans, because we don't speak Swahili. Yeah. So if you had to go, at least you had to move out to someone. And then you juggle it out there and you find your way to wherever you're going. Okay.
And then what do you find in Da that you haven't seen in Uganda?
The coconuts. I wish we had coconuts. I swear. I remember that because they were sold outside the conference area. So you're thirsty, you just gonna get cut the coconut, just sip.
Yeah.
So I think that's the one thing that really stood out
For you in there.
Yeah, I didn't spend so many days in there, so I can't really. But that one, I remember the coconuts, and that's something we don't have here, I guess.
Okay. So, what is your favorite adventure in these countries you've been traveling to? What is that country that you went to and like, wow, I need to actually come back here.
It's Ghana.
I was waiting
Everyone
for Ghana. I was waiting for Ghana. I saw the pictures. The pictures. I was like, oh, wow. Rashida is really having fun.
Yes. Ghana was really fun, I should say. It's different.
Yeah.
Being in East Africa and then going to West Africa, the cultures are different.
Yeah.
Very, very different. So I love it, and I feel like even if I spend so many days there, like 2 or 10 days, I still want to go back. Ghana is a beautiful country. It has so many tourist, spots.
Yeah.
They have, I think because it's hot, they have so many swimming pools, they have so many water bodies. It's like everywhere you turn, there's water. And I think water just brings out something nice to the whole scenery.
Yeah.
And it looks good. So I should say, I want to go back. Because
to Ghana. Tell us the time. Without really going through that article of you describing how the experience was, what do you remember? What are those vivid memories that you still have from Ghana, the places you visited? Yeah, and if you could make recommendations for someone to go to Ghana, which places would you say you shouldn't miss out?
There were many places in Ghana. Honestly, I can't even pick out one because everywhere I went, I think maybe I'm different. I find every experience really nice. Yeah. So I feel like every place I went to had something different that I loved about. Yeah. So pinpointing and saying maybe they should go to this one or shouldn't. I feel like I should just experience everything. The food. The food itself, apart from the chili, their pepper is too much. But I think everything else was good. Yes. I love the fact that it's a safe country. Okay. It's the security is good. You can, just like maybe out to Saudi Arabia. Like even if you're stuck somewhere at night.
You'll be safe.
Yeah, you'll be safe. You're sure you get home safe. The people are kind. There's no language barrier. Like those guys speak English. They notice that you're not a native, you're not a local. And they'll make sure they don't speak to you in their language. They'll switch to English. Even if it's an Uber driver, even if it's a taxi person. So you'll enjoy the experience. No, actually, no. Surprising, those guys are actually kind. Now, for example, because I didn't get a SIM card. Yeah. Because it was a long process, so we didn't get SIM card, some of us. But then I had to meet some friends at the mall. And I had no way of communicating with them after I left my Airbnb. So after I left the Airbnb, I was just hoping, I don't know, it's a big mall, so going to what? Garden City? Yeah. Or Acacia. Let me say Acacia Mall. Yes. And you don't know where you're going to find them at this entrance, the other entrance, or the other one. So I get in this Uber and it was a lady actually. And she was so kind to actually give me her phone to contact my friend. Like, I don't think that would happen in Uganda. To be honest.
It does.
I don't know. Maybe I've not experienced it. But anyway, it was really kind of her. She made sure I called until I got there. She made sure I met with them. Wow. And then she left. She made sure I was safe.
Wow.
She wasn't just after the money. Yeah, you get. And then maybe another instance, again, another Uber driver. He was thirsty and he wanted to buy something, that street vendors. Yeah. So instead of buying for himself, because, I'm just a customer, he actually felt like, do you want something? Of course, I declined at first, but he said like, no, you have to try this. Yeah. And he actually bought it for me with his own money. He didn't, I was shocked, like, he didn't have to do that. Oh. Yeah. He didn't have to do that, but he did it. Like, he could have just bought his own drink. I was okay, but because he wanted me to experience it and he didn't even charge me for it. Just take it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that they are nice people, they are kind. Yeah.
How many cities did you visit while in Ghana?
No, okay. Accra and Ho. So, that's why I want to go back. Ghana is a big country. Yeah. I feel like I didn't explore, every corner of it. I wish I could go to like other cities. Yeah. I feel like there are better cities than the ones I visited, the Accra and Ho. Yeah.
How affordable is it in Ghana?
At the time we were there, it was actually cheap. 100 CDs was a lot of money. And that 100 CDs is like 30,000 shillings here. Mm-hmm. Exactly, like 100 CDs you could, like you would get an Uber, okay, shared, but then you're like each one is contributing like 5-7 CDs. It's quite cheap, exactly.
Wow, 5 CDs now.
Yes.
Wow.
5-7 CDs.
100 CDs is 30,000
yes,
Ugandan
like
shillings.
30,000.
What?
At that time, yes, 2022. So it was actually, even though, okay, for them, the natives kept saying, oh, the prices are high.
Yes,
I realized, you guys, this is actually a deal.
Oh. So, like, food, how much would you spend on food, counting the CDs? Like, if you had 100 CDs, how many meals would you have?
You would actually enjoy. Yeah, I don't remember, okay, clearly, but let's just say the 100 CDs could take you some days.
Wow,
if you're spending,
I should go to
if
Ghana.
You're not like, because, let me see, 30,000 you spend it here in a day. The 100 CDs, if you're not buying, expensive things, you can actually survive on it in a day or something. Yeah.
Okay.
It was cheap, and then we talked to the person who was taking us around, told us the prices of the cars. Anyway, because they have a port there, for us we are landlocked, so it's different. So their cars are cheap. They have beautiful cars. You
would be driving. You would be owning 2 cars right now if you were.
Exactly. I would not be driving what I'm driving. But their cars were really like something. And for them, they find it really cheap. The cars we have here that are fuel friendly.
Yeah.
Are what they use as Ubers.
Yeah.
Like no one would own it as a personal car.
Wow.
Yes.
Did you find out how maybe fuel is there?
I can't remember.
Yeah, because you were not driving while there.
I can't remember, but it was fair. Judging from the 100 CDs thing. Yeah.
Travel is not without surprises. What thing has surprised you out of your travels? Could be Ghana or anywhere else.
I should say Mombasa. Okay, they say, I've heard of it before, but I guess I didn't take it seriously. When we went for snorkeling. Yeah. The water is salty.
Yeah.
Too salty. Oh my God. Because when I went snorkeling, I'm not a good swimmer. So definitely, if you know, you're going to swallow. I was out of there in no minute. Like, I could not take it. The salt was too much. It's like putting too much salt in water. I don't know how many, like maybe a packet in what? Too salty. I found that it was really surprising. Like, I didn't really expect it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
The salty water.
No. I didn't like it. But surprisingly, other tourists were
wanting to do everything.
Yes! No. But surprisingly, other tourists were enjoying the experience. I could not imagine that water was too salty. Now, you see, we went with I think they were Kenyans. I think for them, they knew that drill. So when it was time when we reached the place of the snorkeling area, they told us, hey, you guys want to change? There's like a changing room somewhere there on the boat. They put something like a changing area. So like the girls were seated, actually even some guys. Some like, aren't you guys going? No. It's like they knew.
They refused to go.
They knew that these are white people things. Oh. But then there's me. Who is daring. I'm like, I didn't come all this way to just stay on the boat. Yeah. I went to the water and hey.
So that took you by surprise. All right. What has been your worst experience in a foreign land?
So the experience I remember, it was in Saudi Arabia. For those who travel for Umrah, and they know we travel in groups. So when we were leaving Uganda, we traveled as a group. The tickets were the same. But somehow when we reached that side, our return tickets were distorted. So my flight was changed. We had a layover in Dubai. Yeah. And that's where we all had to get the same flight to Uganda. Yeah. From Mecca to Dubai, I had to travel alone. Yeah. Outside for my group, the people I was with, the Ugandans. Yeah. So they drove me to the airport, got onto the flight. So you get on the flight, you have your seat number. And I'm on this aisle with the 3 seats. So I'm in the middle. I find, because they're Arabs, different, but they're Arabs, so I don't
mostly,
know.
Yeah.
So you don't know which country, but they're Arabs.
Yeah.
This guy is already seated, and I have to move and sit in the middle.
In the middle
seat. So from the very beginning, I could see that discomfort. It's like he didn't want to get up for me to sit next to him. But I insisted because I had to sit there.
Yeah, it was your seat anyway. Yeah.
So he's here too. He got up and then I sat. And immediately I sat, he sat for like a few seconds and then he got up and went and sat on another row. He didn't want to sit next to me. So of course I noticed. I knew that was the reason he didn't want to sit next to me. So of course the person who was supposed to sit in that seat came when he wanted to sit on the seat. And the guy refused because he didn't want to come and sit next to me. And the air hostess had to come around. Eventually, I think the other person had to give in. They came and sat next to me. But the other guy refused to come back and sit. Yeah, wow. He didn't want to.
Wow.
So that's when I realized that, the racism is actually still there.
Okay. Do you think it's actually because of racism or because you were a woman? Because for Arabs, it's also a thing.
I understand, but this is like other people are all sitting next to him. You really have no choice. You have no choice. The seat number you're given, that's it.
Where you sit,
yeah.
Wow.
I don't know, but I think honestly in that moment that's how I felt. It was a racism thing. Yes.
Yeah. What did that experience make you feel after that?
Honestly, I didn't care. To be honest, I didn't care. I mean, first of all, I was tired. Saudi Arabia is a hot country. And
when you're the one leaving the city, it's okay.
First of all, I'm alone. I really just want to get to Dubai because I know once I get to Dubai, these people also join me. I don't want to be with my people.
Yeah.
And this guy is acting funny, they don't want to sit next to me. Like, I really don't care. You move, at least I'm seated, we'll get to the destination.
Yeah.
So I just really shook my head. I'm like, this is so weird. But I just didn't care.
Normally, we learn lessons from our travels. Like, the over 5 countries you've been to, what are some of the things that you've learned, the valuable lessons from your travels?
Okay. Being passionate about what you do. When you travel, you realize people out there, like, now, for example, the Mombasa, I think maybe because it's a tourist, spot.
Destination, yeah.
Yeah. Those people really take their job seriously. Be it the tour operator, the driver, the guide, even the guys who whatever the boats, the maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. They take their job seriously. Like, they're happy to do it I know they do it every single day, but when you're there, yes, you can still feel that they are genuine about, helping you out. They are still happy to take you around, even if it's exhausting and they do it every other day. You feel like they are so happy to serve you. I found that really, really nice. Even if it's the cab drivers, they're just happy to. I know they get money.
Yeah.
But it's different. We also get money when we're at your job, but there are those days when you're just off.
Yeah.
But I feel like
for them, they're always on their toes every time they are called upon. And
I feel like maybe it's a passion.
Yeah.
That they really love it. They don't take it as a job.
Yeah.
So that is something I really loved. That I picked up. Yeah. A valuable lesson. Like, if you're to do something, I think do it from the heart. And maybe people keep coming back. Yeah.
Okay. And then in your travels, what has been one of the most unforgettable challenge you faced in a foreign country?
I have to. The first one was in Saudi Arabia. I ran out of cash, like on the day before. I said to come back. So I'm like, okay, I had heard of people. It was my first time. And people had told me, you can use your Visa card, withdraw from the ATM. Now, I didn't know that ATMs, they use Arabic. So there we are in the line. It's just my turn. Put in my card and then it's Arabic all over. Like, hey, I don't know how to press it. So I think finally when I pressed something, the card came out that first time. I'm like, oh, thank God. So there was a guy behind me. He's speaking Arabic. I don't even understand what he's saying. But I thought he understood my problem. So he puts in my card. He presses, like, put in your PIN. So I'm like, I put in my pin. I don't know if I'm supposed to put in according to the, the Arabic numbering. Yes. Or the English.
Yeah.
So we all don't know. So I put in my English. Sweet! I can't be swallowed.
Oh.
The card was swallowed. So I was like, oh my God. I thought that was stuck.
Mm-hmm.
We had nothing to do there. Like, the van can come in and pick the cards tomorrow. My flight is tomorrow. I'm like, I don't have that time.
Oh, wow.
And then people just go on their business and I'm stranded there, like, what to do?
Wow.
So I had to talk to one of the Ugandans who gave me some cash and I paid them back when I came back to Uganda.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I know.
Oh, wow. I can't imagine. And that in a country where you can't understand the language.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
And you are stranded because now everyone is just looking at you. So I'm just standing there. People are going about their businesses. Even the guy who helped me got his cash and left. I don't know what else to do. I talked to the security guards, just, Habibi, Haji. You're like, hey, this is it. I had to disappear back to the hotel, got cash and bought what I wanted to buy. And paid the guy back when I came to Uganda.
Wow.
But now I'm imagining if I was alone at that time. The other experience, recently when I went to Mombasa. So, of course, I had snorkeling on my,
to-do list.
Yes, my to-do list. So, I tried to look out, for the tour operators, people who do that. I landed on some guy. We're exchanging, we're talking. He's like, okay, I'll pick you up on this time. I tell him my hotel is like, we argue on the amount. The good thing we don't pay until he picks you up. Yeah. So he tells me, be ready at 5:45 a.m. Like, oh my God. Okay. So I wait. I wake up. The thing I had to pray. So I wake up. I wait. So 5:45, I'm like, you know what? Let me go down to the gate. So I reach the gate. There's another van. So I'm like, oh, this is the guy. So I talk to the guy. He's like, no, it's not me. I'm like, what? So I wait. I stand there and then I wait for like maybe 10 minutes. And then the guy is like, but who are you waiting for? the guy of the van. I'm like, there's another tour operator. He's taking me for this. That's where we're also going. I'm like, but you said you're not the one. Like, yeah, I'm waiting for a group of people from here. And we go. Okay. So I'm like, I can't call this guy because I don't have a Kenyan number. So he's like, okay, give me the contact. So he calls the guy. The guy is not speaking.
Oh. So
he's like, I think I know this guy. He must be sleeping.
Wow.
The guy turns out the guy foxed me.
Wow.
The guy foxed me.
For a Muzungu tourist.
The guy foxed me. I don't know what happened. So this guy was kind enough. He's like, we are going to this. I know you're going to the same place. Snorkeling, dolphins. Okay. He's like, how much did he charge you? So I told him how much. He's like, okay, you pay that, you come. He still had space. So that's how I joined the group of those guys and we went with them. But now I'm imagining if those guys weren't there and then you planned out your trip and this guy foxes. It was really horrible. And you know at that time the guy texted me in the morning. Actually, we were about to start snorkeling. Yeah. He sent a good morning.
Those things are actually scary. And for most people that talk about their travel stories, when they feel like they are stranded, at that time there, they feel like, okay, now I don't know, the world is crumbling. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm in a place and I don't know anyone or anywhere to go after here. Yeah. That's a humbling experience. Now, for you, what would be your to go to place if something like that happened and the people around wouldn't actually help?
I would find a way back to my residence, honestly.
How would you find? And for instance, you're going to Kenya and the name of the place is in Swahili and then somehow you didn't write it down.
The one thing I learned on my first time to travel in Saudi Arabia, never forget the hotel. That's the name of the hotel that you're staying at. Even if it means getting the business card, get it. So that when you're lost, you just show the local, this is where I'm going.
This is where I'm going.
Yeah. So at least that's the one place you can go back to.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I learned. Because now if you don't know that place, those people are not going to even understand what you're saying. But if you show them like that piece of paper, you get.
All right. I want to pick your mind on airports from all the different places you've been to. Clearing, entering and, getting out. Right from Entebbe here. How has your experience been with the processes in these different countries and also in Uganda here?
I've found the Uganda process is harder. It's like you actually live in the country, but it's like you're a terrorist.
Yeah.
I don't understand I understand the caution.
Yeah. When you're leaving.
Yes. The question, I don't know if it's, because I remember people complained about it and it's true. But I'm glad no one has, extorted any money from me. But you can tell they are too strict on this. And then when you go to the other countries, when you get to your destination.
Yeah.
It's not as strict.
As it is here at home.
As it is here. Because guys are like, check and then you're in. You're in. You get. Here it's really, really, really strict. And actually every time I'm at the airport, it's anxiety everywhere. You're like, because anything can happen. I swear. It's until I'm in the lounge waiting. After, checking in. That's when you're like, okay, now everything is fine. Because here anything can happen. They'll say, oh, your luggage is, it's too much that you surpassed the extra kgs. Yeah. Oh, there is this. Oh, there'll be something.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then maybe the first time me as a hijabi, there's always that anxiety of, they have to take your photo. And now, for example, like in Uganda, you don't even have that. They don't care.
Yeah.
They'll just tell you, take it off. They won't give you a space. Do you know? And that's what I liked about, now, for example, we had a layover in Dubai. So even if they want to do an extra search, the women they have their own room. Yeah, even Saudi Arabia. Yeah. And it's a woman who will work on you. So even if they tell you to take off the veil, it's private. But then, especially Uganda, I've all experienced it at Entebbe.
Yeah.
Where they'll tell you take it off. It's better with it. It's really bad. I don't know. And even if you try to explain, they're like, it's just hair. And they don't really realize how sensitive it is to a hijabi. You get it, And that's one of the things I hate about Entebbe Airport. Yes.
What has been the best airport experience you've had in these places you've been to? Which country was like, okay, this is what should be happening in Uganda or, everywhere else?
I said Ghana. Ghana. I think what I liked about their airport is that once you get out, the cabs are there. Even when you're coming in, it leaves you at the entrance. Exactly, you get. At the entrance. You don't have to move miles and miles and miles. The parking slot is that side. I know Uganda is being cautious, but you have to leave your loved one. You get.
Yeah.
I understand, but I like that the car can actually drop you there at the entrance.
The entrance.
Yeah. Can pick you up right at the convenience is good. You don't have to move with your kacholi. Yeah.
I remember I have a souvenir from you from Ghana. Okay, keep it very it's a no-go. I remember my sister visited and she wanted to get like, no, this is not going anywhere. This is mine to keep. What are your favorite souvenirs that you've collected from these different places?
You'll be surprised. The souvenirs I get are not things. Those things I give to people.
Yeah. What have you kept for yourself?
But for me, people.
Your souvenirs are people.
Yes.
Nice.
It's people, like the friends I make. Like those are the things that remind me of those places, the experiences we shared, how I met them, how we began talking.
Yeah.
Those are my souvenirs. It's not even the material things that I got from there. Sometimes I even forget. Now you say I even forgot I gave you a bracelet. But I won't forget the friends I made.
You made.
Yeah. Because most of us are still my friends. That's why I say I have so many friends.
Yeah.
From Nigeria right now, because
you met in Ghana.
Yes, we met in Ghana and they introduced me to some other friends, online. So now I have it's like a whole community. Exactly. It's like someone even told me you know so much about Nigeria. I'm like, because it's like I collected people.
Wow.
And now I know. So those are my souvenirs.
Wow. All right. As we come to the end of this podcast, what are the 3 things that you would recommend someone to actually always make sure they prepare for when they're traveling?
I mentioned the first one, money.
Yeah.
Be ready financially.
Yeah.
Have your budget for spending. So you don't limit yourself on the experiences.
Yeah.
You reach there and you find you want to experience this. And then your money is holding you back. You don't want that.
Yeah.
Secondly, be open-minded. Don't just stay in the hotel room because you traveled all the way to that side, enjoy. if someone recommends a place, go there. You get, it's just for a short time. I mean, what's the worst thing can happen? As long as the security is,
It's good, yeah.
Yeah, you go and experience it. It's different.
Yeah.
The third, make sure you try out the cuisines.
Yeah?
Yes, it is very important.
Yeah.
Like you can't go to a place and you say you've been there without trying their dishes.
Their cuisine, yeah.
And that's something I always try to do.
Thank you so much for sharing.
You are welcome.
I hope that every time you travel, I'll be able to follow up and be like, yeah, and I come back and like, you're coming back on the
like how you mentioned Instagram.
Yes.
No,
but wait, before we conclude, how do you travel to all these places and you never post?
I post on my WhatsApp.
Oh my God, you have 5 posts on Instagram.
No, you see, I'm not a social media person, honestly. And I also don't like my business being out there.
Yeah?
Yeah, so Instagram I feel like it's too everywhere. And I like to keep my things,
personal.
Yeah, with a few close friends. So that's why I say I post on WhatsApp. But IG, I haven't really checked my IG page. I rarely post anything. So really...
the fact that it's actually private, you're like, no, please, stay out of my business.
But there's even nothing. There's even nothing. So don't even worry because you're locked out. There's nothing you are missing.
Yeah, honestly, you're not missing anything from the 5 countries. Rashida has been to Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Saudi Arabia, Ghana.
It's East Africa mostly.
And she has nothing to show for it. It's only a few pictures. I hope she can share some of them that we can share with you on our
But I'm
channel.
I'm trying to delve into travel writing. So I'll be sharing like how I did the Ghana story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to every time I travel to write.
Write something.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be nice. If you haven't checked out Shebold, check out sheboldpages.org and you'll find incredible stories. And also, of course, if you have business, she's a ghostwriter. If you want to write your CV, those are the things that she does. So please reach out to Rashida and, of course, support her. And then we see how it goes.
I see you now.
Dear listeners, I hope you enjoyed this captivating episode of Okutambula Kulaba, and this is Bwana Heri, and it's been awesome to have you on In My Voice. Until next time, keep exploring, keep embracing adventures, and enjoy the world. Thank you.